for our first game, obviously I'm not happy with the results. We kind of lost it there, but I thought maybe the first 12, 13 minutes we played pretty good, and I'm just going to learn about our team as we go along. I mean, this first 10 games is a hard stretch. We played 4 top 30, 35 teams with a new team with a lot of guys injured. I mean, we had eight scholarship guys dressed today, so we just got to keep our heads up and keep working, and I got to learn about my players and see what they can do.
What an experience. Obviously not the score that the Lopes had hoped for. However, what an experience. A trip to Durham, a team bonding experience of playing at Cameron Indoor. And as you saw at the end of that game, Coach K having some very positive things to say to the Lopes players, very specifically Josh Braun. I talked with Josh about that experience. He just said it was so memorable to be playing at Cameron Indoor, a place where kids start to dream about college basketball careers, and to be their opponent out there, it was a lot of fun for this team. Alrighty, well, we still have plenty more as the Lopes are tipping off their season here at home at GCU Arena. We're counting you down to tip off here on the CW6. Coming up, plenty to talk about, including the blessings that the players have this holiday season. We'll be right back.
GCU's College of Science, Engineering, and Technology offers a premier STEM education with relevant curricula designed to lead you to a career in the competitive fields of science, technology, engineering, and math. GCU is investing in the future of our STEM programs with multiple state-of-the-art facilities, providing students with access to cutting-edge technology. Our STEM education is motivated by a Christian worldview, which cultivates ethical decision-making. The College of Science, Engineering, and Technology fosters traits in adaptability, collaboration, creativity, as well as ethical and social awareness, which makes our graduates from our STEM programs more competitive. Through robust collaboration and partnership with industries that require a STEM-prepared workforce, our faculty concentrates exclusively on student success within a deeply nurturing Christian setting. Find out more at gcu.edu/CSET.
Welcome back. We see you on the couch with your phone in your hand, so be sure to like us on social media and send us your tweets on Twitter and Instagram using the hashtag LopesRising. We'll have them up all night during the broadcast. Who knows, you may see your tweet on the bottom of the screen. That's hashtag LopesRising. So any of you Lopes fans at home for this holiday season watching the game, send us your tweets. I'm Kate Longworth here on the Lopes pregame show on your CW6. Well, Thanksgiving, we know, is all about the food, right? There's turkey and stuffing and mashed potatoes and sweet potato. Okay, I'm getting a little carried away and a little hungry. But we all know there's more to Thanksgiving than just the food. Really, there is. It's all about the blessings and being thankful for so many things and people in our lives. And as the Lopes players took a time out from the court yesterday, they reflected on what they're thankful for this holiday season.
My family, my health, and my family here at GCU. It all puts everything in perspective of love, care, and what we need to do to see each other smile. And I think that's one of the biggest things for me for Thanksgiving.
I'm thankful for being here at Grand Canyon University. Thank you for Coach Martin giving me a chance to play basketball at this Division I. It's an incredible opportunity. Thank you for this team, the fan base. Thank you for this school. Thank you for my parents. Thank you for guys. It's just a good situation right now, and I'm just thankful for Thanksgiving.
I'm thankful for a lot of things. Definitely thankful for being a part of this program. It's a great program on the up and coming. Every day getting better. You know what I mean? Got a good cast around me, good players. Of course, I'm thankful for family. Thankful for life in general.
We don't have Thanksgiving, so coming over here, it's a big difference coming and seeing the tradition here and the way people celebrate it. But it's something that I like because it's a really nice meal. I get to go to my girlfriend's place. They have a huge family dinner, and that's something I miss from back home, being able to have that family connection. So being able to do that with her is really nice for me.
I'm thankful to be a part of the GCU family, be a part of the basketball program, my brothers that I'm with, Coach Marley, the whole coaching staff, my family, friends. I'm thankful for a lot.
Just all the opportunities I had, opportunity to go to school, opportunity to play for college basketball, my family, my friends, my teammates, and just be able to wake up and see every day.
Always a lot to be thankful for. You know, I'm thankful just the opportunity to be out here playing with these guys. Thankful that you know, I'm healthy enough to come out here and play on the court. Thankful for just my family. You know, this organization, the university that I get to come and play for and go to school for, get an education at, and gosh, there's a lot to be thankful for. You know, I'm just praise God for all that He's given us.
Lots to be thankful for. And for Dwayne Russell, it all starts with having an extra year of eligibility to play here for the Lopes. Plus, in the past week, he was awarded something he's never received. We've got all the details when the Lopes pregame show returns right after this.
Founded on the belief that the entrepreneurial dream is an engine that drives innovation forward in a global marketplace, the Colangelo College of Business educates and develops values-driven business leaders. Our graduates exemplify the principles of servant leadership and entrepreneurship. GCU's strong Christian identity informs the education you receive, integrating our Christian values with the business curriculum. The college features more than 25 programs from the bachelor through the master's level, catering to traditional, evening, and online students. These programs serve a diverse set of aspiring business professionals who not only learn in the classroom, but gain real-world experience operating actual businesses. Our students also receive unique access to Jerry Colangelo's legendary experience, leadership, and connections throughout the business world. Find out more at gcu.edu/business.
Welcome back to the Lopes pregame show here on your CW6. I'm Kate Longworth, counting you down to tip off tonight in GCU's home opener. Well, congratulations goes out to redshirt senior Dwayne Russell, who received WAC Player of the Week honors. The Peoria, Arizona native averaged 26.5 points, 8.5 assists, 3.5 rebounds, and 1 steal per game over the Lopes' past 2 victories. This is the first time Zero the Hero, believe it or not, has received the Western Athletic Conference Player of the Week honors. Congratulations, Russell. We're expecting big things from you and the rest of the Lopes team tonight. We'll see how they all fare. Coming up right after this, Barry Battelle and Scott Williams are back with the call. It's Lopes basketball here on the CW6. We'll see you right after this.
Finding the right college isn't always simple. The choices I make today affect where I'll be tomorrow. That's why I chose Grand Canyon University. Here I'm working toward a greater purpose and a place that feels like home. With scholarships to help me earn my degree, I can graduate in less than 4 years. By attending GCU, Arizona's premier private Christian university, I know I'm not just making the right choice, I'm making the smart choice.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
We have to start establishing that this is our place from here on out. Hey, this is what we played for. We're better shape than them. Let's go. Come on, go get it now. Let's go.
Live from the heart and soul of Phoenix, welcome to the campus of Grand Canyon University and inside GCU Arena, where tonight the Lopes return home for the first of 5 straight as they play host to the Coppin State Eagles. Hello and welcome to GCU basketball. Alongside 3-time NBA champ Scott Williams, I'm Barry Battelle. Kate Longworth will be along in just a moment. The Lopes returning for the first of 5 here on the friendly confines of their home court. and they were road warriors. Started off as a trip to Duke, but finished strong in Connecticut.
Yeah, I know they're happy to get back here to the Fun Factory, but boy, did they really play well on the road. You say that first half against Duke really set the tone for how they were going to play. They weren't afraid to take on the #1 team in the country. They went out there and competed. I thought Shaq Carr did a really good job running the Boston basketball club against the Blue Devils, and then against Penn State, Keontae Vernon. What a nice game he had, 11.7 boards.
Definitely two great games. Shaq Carr establishing himself in the absence of Dwayne, but then welcome back Dwayne Russell. Two big wins against Albany and also Marist.
Yeah, Coach Marley got his floor general back out there on the court, and he did everything he's supposed to do and scored the basketball. He dished the basketball. He got about 10 assists in the basketball game, went for 30 points, did a wonderful job moving without the ball. Of course, always looking to get into the passing lanes, create those steals that can be easy buckets on the opposite end.
26.5 points per game. That's pretty good after you score 53 in back-to-back games. Welcome back, Zero the hero. Well, Coppin State comes in 0-6 to begin the season. This is the 7th and final game of an opening season road trip.
Yeah, tough road trip to start the season, no doubt about that. Played a lot of tough competition, got blown out 30 and 40 points, but the last basketball game against Ball State, they were fantastic. And Keith Shivers was a big reason why. He went for 26 points in that basketball game, and he had 10 previously high on the season. So you have to watch out for number 22.
Keith Shivers, will keep an eye on him. They're without Terry Harris Jr. We'll see what Coppin State brings against the Lopes tonight. But let's get it started. Let's send it over to the public address announcer, Paul DeNuser, with our prayer and our national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Grand Canyon University Arena and tonight's men's basketball matchup between the Coppin State University Eagles and your Grand Canyon University Antelopes. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you all please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your caps as we begin this evening's competition with the word of prayer. Tonight led by Executive Director of the Dream Center, Brian Steele.
Father, we love you, we praise you, we thank you, God. We thank you for the spirit of liberty and freedom in our nation to come together like we do tonight and just enjoy an amazing talent that you've given so many individuals. Thank you, Lord, for each team, each player, for the amazing purpose that they have in each of their lives. Lord, we thank you for safe play tonight. Lord, we thank you for a spirited competition tonight. Thank you for the joy that you're about to put into all of our hearts. In your mighty and precious and wonderful name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Brian Steele. Fans, please remain standing as we now honor America with the national anthem. The Star-Spangled Banner will be performed this evening by the Redeemer Christian School Band under the direction of Holly White. Thank you, Redeemer Christian School.
Fantastic job by Brian Steele, the Executive Director of the Dream Center here in Phoenix, and Redeemer Christian School Band with the national anthem on this day after Thanksgiving. Hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday with your family and sit back, relax, and enjoy GCU basketball. Coppin State University comes in 0-6 to begin the season, all those 6 games on the road. This concludes a 7-game opening road trip for Michael Grant in his 3rd season as head coach at Coppin State. Here is his starting 5. Trey Thomas in for Terry Harris Jr., Keith Shivers, DeJuan Clayton, Blake Simpson, and Joshua Treadwell.
Yeah, Treadwell, Mac, player of the week. We had 25 points. And he's got one tough cover. This guy can do a little bit of everything. He can score the basketball. He can get on the glass. He leads the team in free throws attempted. So if you don't keep an eye on him, he can drive the basket, create fouls. He gets it on the offensive glass as well. Also second the team in rebounds.
62.7 points per game for Coppin State, coming in after a disappointing 2-point loss against Ball State. Now it's time to introduce you to Grand Canyon University. Here are tonight's starting lineup for Dan Marley and the GCU Lopes, brought to you by Canyon State Credit Union. Canyon State Credit Union committed to you. Dwayne Russell, Jared Martin, Josh Braun, Darian Clark, and Oscar Freyer.
Yeah, like Oscar Freyer, this young guy comes out there, he's aggressive. 13.7 rebounds versus Penn State.
Lopes averaging 75.8 points per game. Coming in with an overall mark of 2-2. Coming back after back-to-back road victories against Albany and Marist at the Naismith Hall of Fame tip-off tournament at Mohegan Sun in Connecticut, sporting the Sweet Grays. Zero, the hero. Welcome back to Dwayne Russell. 53 points in 2 games. Got time for your keys to the game, brought to you by your Valley Hyundai dealers. Shop by Hyundai.com today.
Yeah, pretty simple. Coach Speaks says the ball finds energy. Grand Canyon must be the more energetic team tonight. Beware of the tryptophan. And then gobble, gobble. The Eagles shoot 32% from the field. Very on the poor side. The Lopes need to feast on their missed shots. Get out and run that basketball. Keep this tempo hard and fast. And don't spill the gravy. They've done an excellent job these last 2 basketball games of taking care of the basketball. They have to really limit their turnovers tonight. Against Adams State on this home floor, they got a little sloppy with the ball. Adams State was able to hang around. Against Coppin State, take care of that basketball, put this team away early, have a double-digit lead going into the half.
Definitely limited their turnovers when Dwayne Russell returned to the lineup. Students are out, hopefully enjoying this game wherever they may be with their families. Larry Spalding, Ronnie Hernandez, and Aaron Schlesinger will officiate this evening's contest. This crowd will remain on its feet until the Lopes hit their opening bucket. Freyer with a tip to Russell. Russell averaging 26.5 points per game. This is 3rd game back up high. Too much.
Oh,
Freyer.
A little too much adrenaline that one for Russell. I know Freyer's a high wire act, but I don't think even LeBron James could have got up and gotten that one.
Both is still. Coppin State with the ball. Clayton leaves there for Treadwell. Moving the ball quickly. Thomas near side. Moving back out with Shivers. Hands it over to Clayton. Clayton drives. Swatted away by Russell. Clayton looks back to his right, open look, pulled back down by Frayer, moves back in, loses the handle.
I think they got Frayer for a travel down there. Got a nice pump fake, got to the middle of the basket. Coppin State did a nice job shutting off the driving lane, and a young fella traveled with the ball. But look at Russell, comes from behind him. Don't see Russell get many block shots. The boy did a nice job staying high and swatting that one at the apex.
Martin blocks Treadwell's attempt.
GCU with 2 turnovers and 2 block shots. 3 turnovers.
Darian Clark called.
Yeah, that's a little bit of timing. And Clark wants to go over and set that drag screen, kind of on the secondary break, but Russell's got to do a good job, and Clark's got to do a good job making sure that they're both set before he comes off of that screen.
Clayton moving the ball around. Shivers leaves it there for Thomas. Thomas now moving along the arc. Moves inside. Simpson unsuccessful. Russell on the run. Frayer for 3. Good! Fans can take a seat.
Well, that's what I like right there. A strip, get the ball to Russell. He finds the open Frayer on the wing, and he knocks it down. No hesitation from that young fellow whatsoever. He likes to get that basketball up on that rim.
Great poise for a true freshman. Oscar Frayer. It'll be exciting to see his development. Clayton. Driving. Martin. Stopped him. Russell. Asks Clark to pull back out. Clark's up high. Takes it, goes back up, too much onto the glass. Looked back for the call and didn't get it. Treadwell. Moving to his right, leaves for Shivers. Senior guard, Upper Marlboro, Maryland. Long 3. Rebound, pulled down by Martin.
GCU be happy to keep Coppin State out there shooting those extended 3-point shots, shooting under 30% from behind the arc. They'll let them have as many of those shots as they'd like tonight.
Russell to move to his right, back out. Martin quickly off the wing, now inside to Clark from Braun. Backing his way in. Turns! Oh, look out, Blake Simpson.
That was textbook low post move right there. Catch the ball, let the guard cut through, take your time, feel the pressure from the defense, and spin away from it. Easy layup.
5-0. Lead for the Lopes to begin the game. Bounce pass, the feet. Belongs to GCU. But Clark.
I'll go back this one more time. See, I like to just let the cutters do the little scissor action there, then bang, bang with those big broad shoulders, and then an easy spin away from the pressure to the basket, left-hand lane.
Martin bounce pass, Braun reaching over was Shivers, goes out, belongs to GCU. 19 on the shot clock. Frayer to inbound. Braun. Looking, Russell. Russell to his right. Stops. Draws the foul.
I think they got Clayton reaching in, his hand in the cookie jar that time. Russell does a good job when he comes off of that screen. If they're going to go over the top on Russell, he likes to keep that defender behind him. Now he's got to be able to play him over the top because he's been shooting well from behind that arc. Now he gets that defender behind him on the side. Has to reach to try to catch back up. Creates the contact, goes to the line, makes that first free throw.
Too heavy on the second shot. 6-0 GCU. Thomas to Treadwell. Clayton back out front to his right, moving, 3-point attempt, too heavy, rebound, underneath the bucket by Blake Simpson, he's fouled.
Long shots, long rebounds, got to do a good job putting a body and then moving them back away from that rim. able to capitalize on that offensive rebound, create the foul, and Clark underneath.
Timeout on the floor with the Lopes up by 6 to begin the game. Let's send it over to Kate Longworth.
Well, thanks, guys. We're just watching Dwayne Russell at the line, and man, does he have a lot to be thankful for this holiday season. Yes, of course, everything good in his life, but I'm talking about playing basketball. As you remember, we followed the story last year of Zero the Hero receiving an extra year of eligibility, and so the redshirt senior is back in action this year for the Lopes. And he's got a lot to celebrate. He had to sit out the first 2 games of the season, but he was back with the Lopes on the road, helped them get those past 2 victories, and oh yeah, he picked up an award that you're probably going to be shocked to hear this is his first time receiving, as he was named the WAC Player of the Week. The Peoria, Arizona native averaged 26.5 points, just over 8 assists, and over 3 rebounds with 1 steal per game in those last 2 victories for the Lopes. He shot 54% from the field, 55% from three-point range, and 72% from the free throw line. Impressive numbers so early in the season. Makes you think we have a lot to expect from Dwayne Russell, and I'm guessing, Scott, too, as you know as a player, you really value each and every day you get to go out there. But for a while, Russell wasn't sure if he would get this season. So I imagine every time he steps on the court this year, it means a lot to him and he wants to make a difference.
Oh yeah, he's so happy to have this opportunity to be able to compete. And I think now he's really found his groove here. In the first year, he was kind of feeling himself out a little bit. What's my place with the team? Last year, he and Braun really bonded well together. Coming into this season, he knows this team belongs to him. And boy, his first 2 games, he's out of the gate fast.
Yeah, he's a man on a mission. He's been working on his shooting before the season started with the coaching staff here at GCU. He is definitely realizing that this is his final season of college basketball. 2 quick fouls for Darian Clark early on. Don't like to see that.
Yeah, we're speaking with Russell. He said this is the year. He says this is the year he wants to win the WAC. Kind of chasing New Mexico State. He says this is the year they want to get over the hump and hoist that regular season trophy.
Bakersfield, of course, capturing the WAC this past season, so teams to battle atop. They were voted to finish second by the coaches and the media. Shaq Carr on the floor now, leads for Russell. Russell moves to his right, back out front. Shaq Carr at 18 at Duke. Moving right hand, oh, sweet move, but it's a little too heavy.
Yeah, GC can get any shot they want. Nice job against that zone defense that time. Took their time and really got an opportunity at the rim, so very good job penetrating against the zone.
A lot of ball movement, goes off of the hand of Treadwell into Martin. Dwayne Russell up high and in.
Every time GCU gets a turnover around that top of the key free throw line area, Russell gets that ball in his hand, something good happens.
Underneath, swatted away by Keontae Vernon. Russell on the run. Ooh, just didn't get enough on it. Moved over to his left.
He tried to get tricky. 1-on-3. I thought he was trying to find somebody to run with him. Nobody was coming on the trail there. He had to take it to the basket himself.
Thomas back out, Treadwell.
Shivers on that three-point arc.
Simpson looking, turning, twisting. Treadwell's there. Guarded heavily by Martin. Trying to back in, goes high with the right, too short. Shot clock is expiring. Rebound though. Vernon trying to pull it down. It ends up in Josh Braun's hand. Russell. Martin. Player at the scorer's table ready to come back in. Keontae Vernon trying to do the tap. Braun reaches over, picks up the rebound. Tenacious on the glass. Josh Braun.
I was just saying Josh Braun needed to get an invitation to the party, and ball hadn't found him in the offensive sets, but he went and got one off the glass.
Shivers off the mark. Carr brings it up, drives. Foul, Coppin State.
Now look at this one more time. Keontae Vernon kept it alive. And then Josh Braun, he went over, he's got a nose for the basketball. Look at this nice little pump fake there, spin move underneath, and goes up off the glass. And people forget Josh Braun. He started out playing down in that post area. He's got some nice moves around the basket. He's not just a three-point shooter.
Card inbound. Look for Josh, found Keontae. Keontae leaves it. 0 for 10 is Coppin State from the field. Bit of a drought. Braun trying to get the handle. Frayer for 3. Keontae.
That's the one. That's the one Coach Marley gets frustrated with Keontae Vernon for. Even though he's got a height advantage, the guy had good position on him. You can't just reach over the back of a smaller defender and try to get that ball. But he has a tendency to pick up fouls that I would say were uncalled for. You'll have plenty of opportunities to go to the glass. Work yourself to the side of the body of the guy who's boxing you out, and you're less likely to get whistled for a foul.
Oh, sweet. Back door, but Shaq Carr was there with Keontae.
One thing GCU does is swarm to the basketball. They do that very well. Someone gets beat on a drive, one of his teammates is there to help out. Here it is again, a little pick and roll. Keontae Vernon was out there pressuring at 20 feet away from the basket. Got some help from Shaq Carr to come over and disrupt that shot.
Carr. Back to Russell. Lane catch. Now goes to his right. Frayer pulls down. Carr. Russell. Working the arc.
That 1-2-2 zone.
Russell back to Braun for 3. Not there. Rebound. Frayer got a hand on it, but it's pulled down by Trey Thomas.
If they can penetrate against that zone, that'll help open up those outside shots where you're shooting the ball without a hand in your face. Good job defensively that time by Josh Braun fighting through that pick. Get called for a move and screen. Coppin State really had a tremendous amount of turnovers and block shots here in the early going of this ball game.
Michael Grant, the head coach in his 3rd season. Braun, bounce back. Carr. Carr driving up high. Too heavy, tap back in by Oscar Frayer.
A smaller Coppin State team on the floor right now. If you do miss your first attempt, you need bodies going to that basket. 12-2 advantage right now for GCU. Looking good.
Very active underneath the glass, both ends. Davenport. Ripper inside. Keontae disrupts him. No foul. Good move by Keontae Vernon.
He got caught ball watching, but so athletic he was able to recover, bother that shot.
Carr gonna leave it for Braun. Out to Dwayne Russell. He goes up high over the defender Hicks.
I don't think the defenders from Coppin State have seen somebody with the quicks of Dwayne Russell. He's able to get anywhere on the floor he wants to go tonight.
Shaq Carr called. Timeout on the floor with the Lopes in control. 14-2 to begin the game. Their regular season home opener here at GCU Arena. And they certainly are happy to have Dwayne Russell in the lineup. The WAC Player of the Week.
GCU is the university that never sleeps, moving at the speed of light, so we can give our students the competitive edge they need to succeed. And now, GCU is leading in the areas of computer science and IT. We prepare students to meet the demands of the fastest growing industry through our innovative IT programs in our College of Science, Engineering, and Technology. Using the latest real-world tools and an adaptive curriculum, GCU gives students the education they need today to excel in their careers tomorrow. Join the most inventive concept in education right now and position yourself for a future in the expanding world of IT. GCU offers fast-track options with courses in cybersecurity, cloud computing, systems architecture, and business analytics. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu/IT.
Grand Canyon men's basketball is brought to you by your Valley Hyundai dealers. For a limited time, Every day is Black Friday. Shop buyhyundai.com today. And by Canyon State Credit Union. Committed to you. Back at GCU Arena, let's send it over to Kate Longworth.
Well, guys, I know what you did for Thanksgiving, right? It involved a lot of food. And while a lot of people are talking about the turkey and the stuffing and all that, there's one thing Dan Marley is talking about. His favorite thing on Thanksgiving, a Lions victory. That's right, he hails from Michigan. And one of his traditions growing up was watching the Detroit Lions play on Thanksgiving. He remembers sitting on the couch, hanging out with his dad, brother, enjoying the game with the family. So you can imagine he was happy after yesterday's victory, but I'm guessing a Lopes win tonight would be that much sweeter. Speaking of traditions, you guys have any?
Just to eat a lot of food.
Mission accomplished.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, I like turkey, but I'm more into the sides than the main entree, the turkey or the ham. I like all the sides.
All the fixings?
Yeah, the sweet potatoes with the milk, the marshmallows on, the green beans with the sliced almonds, mashed potatoes and gravy, of course. Can't forget the stuff. Double help with the stuff.
14-2, the Lopes on top. Frere lets it go out.
Now this GCU team, excuse me, I didn't cut you off, but they're really doing a good job defensively. Right now, Coppin State 0 for 12 from the field, and they just committed their 5th turnover.
Lopes also 10-0 in the paint. Points. Inside, oh, coming up over the top, and picking up the foul is Isaiah Hicks.
Yeah, more points off of turnovers right there. Opportunity to the line to get some more from the free throw line. 8 points off of turnovers. You mentioned the 10 points in the paint, and I just love that one right there. Shaq Carr doing a nice job slipping that one down on the bounce pass. Big man underneath.
Gave it to Juwan Davenport. I want to remind viewers on CW6 that primetime programming originally scheduled to air this evening will be shown tomorrow night in its entirety from 7 to 9 p.m. leading up to the Dan Marley Show at 9 p.m. Clayton to his left. Thomas, long three, too heavy. Pulled down by Frere. To Carr.
Got that rebound. Both the bigs shot out of a cannon, but they both ran the same line down the floor. Jack Clark couldn't get the ball to either one of them.
GCU stifling Coppin State. Frere turns off the mark. Hand on it for Clark. He couldn't pull it back in.
He's active. I like Clark. He doesn't have quite the range that he would like. Coach Marley would like in him, but boy, he's has some tenacity to go get that ball after it goes up on that rim.
I remind fans, Louisville here at GCU Arena on December 3rd. San Diego State, December 7th. Of course, another matchup Monday evening against Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville. Great games coming up. Hope to see you here at GCU Arena. Ball picked off by Frere. Up off the glass, too heavy, Martin, but he's unable to get it. Foul call.
Yeah, I think Frere was going so fast. He couldn't control himself. Laid a little too strong off the glass, but Jared Martin hustling down after there. He gets pushed in the back as he's going up for the offensive rebound.
Again.
Yeah, they gave him free throws because when he went up for that rebound, he controlled it with 2 hands. You got 2 hands on that ball, and you're in that shooting motion. Even if you're grabbing a rebound, you're yourself a trip to the free throw line.
Oh, Martin. Oh, Frere ends up with it. Keontae Vernon doing the work there. Coppin State looking like a team that's on the final game of a 7-game opening road trip.
Yeah, they got the trip to and came over here. They're ready to head home.
Back to Baltimore. Martin almost loses the handle. 8-7 on the shot clock. Carr, Martin, he'll look for 3. Little flat-footed, comes up short, but there's Clark with the rebound. He's fouled.
Clark does a really good job controlling that basketball, but he had a couple guys around him. He got nervous. He tried to escape dribble to the corner, didn't clear far enough away from the defenders, and then had this one poked away. He was lucky to kind of keep control of it and draw that foul. Now he's got to go to the line and make some free throws.
Braun in for Keontae Vernon. Third of 15 from the free throw line coming in. Pulled down by Davenport. Clayton. Leaves for Davenport. Stop cold. Eagles pull back out. Clayton. In over 6 minutes, the Eagles have not scored. Long three, that makes it. Ian Brownlee. I won't mention that again.
Good looking stroke right there. Show some patience on offense. That's what you got to have. You're struggling. You got to help one another find a way to score the basketball.
Martin to Braun. Braun's got an open look. Three. Good. Oh!
Talk about good ball movement. That Josh Brown got that basketball. He knew what to do with it.
Clark gets called for the foul.
Clark was down there banging underneath, thinking this one might come off long, trying to establish that low post position. But see that left forearm comes out away, hits him with that chicken wing. You're going to get cut every time. As soon as that your arm comes away from your body, you got to use your lower legs. Drive him underneath that basket.
That's 3 personal fouls for Darian Clark. Approaching 8.5 to go, opening half. Back out, Brownlee. Off the mark to the left, pulled back down by Simpson. Picked off by Martin, driving, left-handed in. Brownlee to his right, to Davenport. Shivers. Brownlee from long side, New Jersey, underneath the bucket. Loose ball, knocked out. Exactly 8 minutes to go. Russell checks back in for Shaq Carr.
That's one here by Martin. He's just so crafty, just such a smart basketball player. Gets in that passing lane and just takes that one length of the floor, does it himself. GCU, I mean, they couldn't have scripted a better start to their home opener.
Russell, Frayer, inside. Vernon's got some room. Good defense there underneath, but he stays with it. Braun off the mark on it. Another loose ball. Vernon ends up with it. Frayer, fresh 30 on the shot clock.
We got a wounded Coppin State player down underneath. I think the officials, he got popped in the head pretty good. He's a tough time.
Yeah, Blake Simpson played well defensively. Dwayne Russell for 2.
Yeah, I think the coach needs a timeout. I can't tell if he's bleeding, but he's certainly got a bump raising up out of the top of his head.
Yikes. Dwayne Russell, 53 points on the road in his first 2 games back after having to sit the first 2 as he comes back for his redshirt senior season for GCU. And boy, is Dwayne Russell, when he is on the court, what a sense of calm across the entire lineup for GCU when Dwayne is on the court. He was a big factor in the big win at Albany and against Marist, that being in Connecticut.
Well, this is the first time he's actually had an opportunity to kind of get a little rest. He went out there, did some damage early, and Coach Marley was able to shove Shaq Carr in for him a little bit. But I just love his activity level when he's on the floor. He gets everybody involved where he's finding guys on the perimeter, looking for his bigs underneath, blocking shots, getting steals. I love his motor and transition, able to get coast to coast. Even though he's sometimes the smallest player on the floor, he is not afraid to take it in amongst the trees. He's developed a little 1-2 dribble pull-up right and left for his jump shot. But I love it when he's drawing and he's pitching and he's finding shooters like Martin and Braun on that perimeter. He does everything for Coach Marley. He is happy to have him out there these last 3 basketball games.
17 assists in those 2 games on the road for Dwayne Russell. As I mentioned, some great games coming up, fans. Be sure to get your GCU men's basketball tickets right now. Season and single game tickets on sale. Great non-conference games, such as national powerhouse Louisville and San Diego State, along with WAC conference matchups. like New Mexico State, CSU Bakersfield, they're on the schedule. There are also great tickets still remaining for Monday's game. Southern Illinois University Edwardsville. Reserve your tickets now by contacting the GCU box office at 602-639-8979 or by going to lopestickets.com. Great family-friendly entertainment here at GCU Arena.
I got my Louisville tickets. You got your Louisville tickets?
Well, I got a good seat.
Yes, you do. We get to have some fun here, don't we? I tell you what, they pay us for this. This is what's a good gig. How about this defensive job? In all my days of playing basketball at every level, I don't know if I've ever seen a team start 1 of 16 coming through.
Rebounding in favor of the Lopes. Oh, nice bucket by Davenport. Again,
would that be called the Williams commentator jinx right there?
I talked about their drought as well, and they hit a bucket. Bounce pass. Can't corral it. Little swing here for Coppin State. And there's 7 to go, first half. Clayton. Bowie, Maryland. Coppin State. Baltimore, Maryland.
Coppin State really needs to get something going here into the halftime. Look at the Shivers. He's coming off a 26-point game against Ball State. He's got to get himself going.
Russell again active. Can't get it. Braun pulls that one down.
Nice job. Really just dominating on the rebounds right now.
Rebound. Oh! Whistle call before.
Offensive foul on Lopes, number 42.
Martin called his first personal foul.
Hey, just the 5th team turnover here for GCU tonight. We've got Martin coming across here, trying to set that back pick for the alley-oop, but just never gets set. Ran right over the man.
Davenport out front. Brownlee looks to his left. You got Martin eyeing him. There he finds Shivers. Oh, a little travel.
Shivers is trying too much. He's had some games where he hasn't been able to get off the launch pad in 9 scoreless minutes. Just 9 scoreless minutes at against Coastal Carolina, and really struggling here on this to get himself going here tonight.
Jared Dines passing over the stat. Points off of turnovers. GCU 13-0. Really active.
Foul call on the Eagles, number 13, Dwayne
Clayton, his first personal foul. Braun at the line. Braun's been solid, 86%, 19 of 22. Carr back in. For Frayer.
Talked about Josh Braun, how he's able to get himself to the free throw line. He 3rd in the nation last year at 86%. Led the Western Athletic Conference, of course, and then off to another great start again this season. He's already up around the 87% mark this year.
Braun, perfect.
He's one of those guys I know I can talk about the free throw statistics and not have to worry about him clanking one.
Definitely would be an oddity. Hinson in the game for Coppin State. Shivers to Hinson.
Just 4 for 9 shooting from the free throw line. There's normally a good shooting free throw team, but Clark has been not able to connect a few times.
Brownlee. Ooh, foul away, Simpson.
Yeah, they got Simpson down there. Actually, he's got Keontae Vernon doing an excellent job. Textbook box out, stayed with his man, got into his body all the way back. Now, Keontae Vernon is going to have an opportunity to go to the free throw line. So these bigs got to start making these free throws. But look at this one. It's away from the ball. Shot's in, but Keontae goes down there and gets him, and you can see that left arm come across the top of his chest, driving him back out of there. Nice job by Keontae Vernon. Working hard off the ball.
14-point lead. Just over 5 to go, opening half. Brownlee's been hitting long range. 2 threes for him. Comes in averaging 4.5 points per game. Wing back out front. Treadwell looks for three. That's short. Rebound. Martin reaches up over.
Yeah, somebody didn't box out Shrivers that time, and he was able to sneak in from the wing, keep that basketball alive. Then Martin came over the top. See, Shivers shoots down that lane there, keeps that basketball alive, and then Martin just comes over to the left side of his body, gets whistled for the foul. GCU is in the bonus, or excuse me, in the penalty, and Coppin State will have an opportunity to go to the line and shoot one-on-one.
Kerwin Smith in the game for Jared Martin.
They missed their first free throw attempt of the evening.
Braun, three. Short. Rebound, pulled down by Henson. Off the mark, looking for Brownlee.
All right, when you're cutting to underneath the basket, you got to keep your eye on the ball. That is not necessarily Brownlee's fault that time. He got a guy running underneath the basket. You got to watch the basketball.
Working the press. Braun's attempt was intercepted by Clayton.
Nice job by Keontae Vernon trying to get back there and give up his body. However, he got himself a little too deep into that paint. I think his heels were in the restricted area.
Close.
He was definitely set.
Himself.
I'd like to see a replay of that one if we could, because anytime a guy gives up his bodies for his mates on a turnover, I'd like to see him rewarded with a good call. And I think the officials just think he got a little too deep underneath that basket. Of course, the crack staff is right on it. See Keontae Vernon, yeah, his left heel's on that black line. I think he got whistled for the foul. I believe the white line is for the women's restricted area, Barry, and the black line is for the men's restricted area. So you get caught in that no man's land there, you get called for the foul.
Definitely something you got to be aware of. Frayer. Russell moves around Shivers. Stops, pops, soft little shot. Oh, goes off of Smith.
Kerwin Smith, take the boxing gloves off, young man. You have yourself an easy opportunity for a putback. He could crowd that ball. He's got pogos for legs. He could have went back up and two-hand slam that one.
Treadwell to his left. Brownlee drives, pushes back out. Henson, he goes into the paint, push back Carr. Travel.
Ball's getting a little sloppy right now. I think GCU had that large advantage of 20-5 there and kind of been struggling ever since. However, last season, now this is where about the 3-4 minute mark is where GCU did a great job gaining momentum going into the half.
We're close to 3.5 minutes now without a field goal for GCU. Lead is 13, 3:45 to go opening half. Russell. Clayton got a little tip on it. Smith driving, turning, twisting, crush through, and lays it in with the right hand.
That is the development of Kerwin Smith that you want to see out of your young big. Take your time on that block.
It'd be great to see Kerwin Smith develop. Get some more minutes. Frayer. There you see the field goal percentage. Coppin State at just 14.3.
14.3. That's not good, but GCU, they're at 40%. And I'm sure they'd like to be much higher, closer to that 47, 48%. And before the end of this game is over, probably closer to 50%. Up over 50%. Yeah.
3:10 to go, opening half. Let's send it over to Kate Longworth.
Well, guys, we all know how advantageous it can be to play on your own home court. The Lopes happy to be home, especially with 9 of their next 10 games here at GCU Arena. However, the past 2 weeks was not time lost, or it was spent well for these Lopes, I'll tell you that. As they spent the better half of the last 2 weeks on the road, the players told me it was quite the bonding experience. We talked about this a little bit in pregame, Scott. The players spending time together, planes, bus rides, in their rooms, getting to know each other. As Scott Williams mentioned, they were out of the classroom, but they were still learning their chemistry. That means team chemistry. And for these players, they told me the experience they had out on the road was invaluable. They said they got very close, got to learn each other. They got to learn exactly what they can handle on the court, what they need to work on. But the players told me it was those bus rides where the true bonding happened. And you hear that a lot from athletes, especially like in minor leagues, at college level, when they're traveling a lot and not the best conditions. You get to know each other's true personalities. And for the Lopes, I think they came out favorable. They're excited to be home, and they looked a little looser warming up today, having a little more fun than perhaps that exhibition game we saw at the beginning of the month. And Dwayne Russell told me that this team learned a lot about each other. It was a lot of fun, and I don't know if they're eager to get back on a bus, but nevertheless, it was a good experience.
I giggle to myself sometimes because you're right. Those buses where everything is close quarters, and sometimes you're having to take trips late at night, and you kind of understand. You learn who snores on the bus and who you don't want to sit next to, and who can't have chili dogs after 9 o'clock because that can become a problem in the back of the bus as well. So, who you want to room with and who you don't want to room with on the road is a big thing. And guys like to rib each other a little bit.
Right? Somebody could be allowed to snore.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to be able to get your rest. I was known to cut a few logs on on the planes and on the buses as well.
Yeah, that helped you get your own room, though.
That certainly did. I was telling you that, sharing that story with you. My rookie year, we were required to have roommates, but all the vets didn't want it. I was the 13th guy, and I was able to get my own room because nobody wanted a room with me.
Way to hold out and you don't have to pay.
That's right.
GCU's defense, 10 forced turnovers, 3 blocks, 4 steals. They've been active in this opening half. Lead by 15. Clayton back out. Bromley looks for his third 3. Short. Big rebound kicked out. Active are the Eagles. And Clayton picks it up. Fresh 30 on the shot clock, 2:45 and counting. Treadwell. Back out to Clayton. Clayton to his right, Hinson. Leaves for Brownlee. Treadwell, marked by Carr. He drives. Right hand, too short. Loose ball. Belongs to the Eagles.
You know, that was a really nice job that time by Shaq Carr. I know GCU didn't come up with the basketball, but he really played good defense when the offensive player was attacking him without fouling. Just stayed high. Created a high degree of difficulty on that shot, which didn't go in.
Brownlee to DeJuan Clayton. Pass to Brownlee. Over to Shivers. Carr preventing him from moving into the paint. 10-9 on the shot clock. Clayton. Swarm. Brownlee looks for 3. Short. Rebound. Hinson. Frayer. Called for the foul.
Oh, GCU has been doing such a nice job on the glass. They had a 23-16 advantage, and they give up 2 opportunities to Coppin State. Make that 3 opportunities, 1 trip down the floor. More than likely, they're going to score, get fouled, and sure enough, Frayer does not box out. Ball comes off long, and now he gets whistled for another foul. GCU now with 9 fouls, so Coppin State is shooting 2 free throws every time they go to the line. In fact, they've only been on the line 5 times a day. Coppin State with 8 offensive rebounds, and GCU shoot a little bit better from the free throw line themselves. They're only 4 of 11 from the free throw line.
Coppin State hasn't scored in over 2.5 minutes. Under 2 to go, opening half. Ron to Kerwin Smith. Underneath Simpson. Good work by Kerwin Smith.
All right, well, we've seen Clark and Keontae Vernon, the other two bigs, go to the line, not able to create free throws. Kerwin Smith has been really working on his stroke from the free throw line. Like to see the big fella knock a couple down here.
Second personal foul on Blake Simpson. Cincinnati, Ohio native. Will check out. Isaiah Hicks back in.
Well, I know what they're going to be doing between now and Monday's game. Coach Marley going to have these guys shooting 100 free throws every day between now and then. Just 5 of 13 from the free throw line is GCU.
Kerwin came in 0 for 1 at the free throw line coming into the game. Matter of repetitions. Nice bucket there by Josh Treadwell. Under a minute and a half to go. 14-point lead. Long cross-court pass over to Carr.
After they score a basket, they come into the zone defense. It confuses GCU for a bit.
Frayer, open look, 3. Big rebound, pulled down by Treadwell. Treadwell leaves for Trey Thomas. He'll leave it for Clayton. Treadwell now back with it. Fifi Edu in the game. Thomas off the mark.
They have really struggled to shoot the basketball. 2 of their stars, Treadwell and Shivers, just 1 for 11 shooting the basketball from the field. And that's why they only have 13 points in this game to show for it. GCU an opportunity here to play for what could be close to one of the final 2 shots.
20 on the shot clock and counting. Shaq Carr. Russell. Fifi back out. Carr going to his right. Back out. Russell pulls back the jumper. Nothing but net.
They needed that one. He had 20 points in the first 13 minutes, just 9 in the last 7.
Thomas back out. Clayton. 7, 6, 5. Braun comes back out. Carr, be careful underneath. Off Fifi. Looks like he got nothing but ball.
Well, that's just a young player. Got caught outside watching the trap. Let his man run right in front of him, get the basketball, and doesn't give up the easy layup. Commits the strong foul, sends him to the line, earned from the line.
Isaiah Hicks, 42% free throw shooter. Maybe both teams will be.
Yeah, GCU 5 of 14, and
working on that.
It looks like Coppin State now. They're 3 for 8 from the. 3 for 7 from the free throw line. So both teams have come out in the locker rooms at halftime and both go to the free throw line, get some attempts up.
Kerwin Smith in there. Fifi. Timeout. 1.3 seconds on the clock. Wow, there's some great basketball played here earlier today as well. Come out to the GCU Arena tomorrow, 3 p.m. Watch Trent May, the Lady Lopes women's basketball team take on the Vandals from Idaho in the GCU Thanksgiving Classic. The Lopes are led by transfer Marina Laramie, who has put up 16 points and almost 10 rebounds per game so far this year. She had 31 and 10 today in a big overtime victory over Denver, 73-70. Casey Rarick, the Scottsdale native, with a big 3 with about 10 ticks left on the clock in OT.
Yeah, no quit Coach May's team. They were down 8 points in the overtime, came back and scored the final 11 in that basketball game. Wonderful job.
Stepped in. Hicks couldn't get the handle off for the last shot of the opening half. 29-14. Here's the score. 15-point lead. The Lopes have been in control from the opening tip of this one in their regular season home opener.
Yeah, they did it with the defense.
Let's send it over to Kate Longworth.
All right, thanks, guys. And after returning from this road trip where I know you talked about wanting to see your team step it up on defense, I imagine after this first half performance, you're pleased with what you're seeing?
A lot better. I mean, we have problems guarding the ball, and I thought we did a good job of limiting their penetration, guarding the ball better. Boxed out, kind of let down there at the end. But overall, defense pretty good. Offensively, not very good, which is our strength. So maybe one day we'll be able to put the two together.
That won't be anything fun if you started this early,
That'd be a lot of fun for me.
One thing the team is doing right is capitalizing on opportunities, making things happen off the other team's turnovers. Pleased with what you're seeing, and as you mentioned, what are some of the points you want to point out at halftime?
Well, we got to do a better job of finishing possession. I thought we got a little soft at the end, not boxing out. That's unacceptable. And then offensively, we got to get our spacing, and we're not getting the high ball screens, whether it's a zone or man. I just want my guys to get out and get Dwayne and Shaq, get the spacing, penetrate, just make shots.
All right, looking forward to a strong second half. Thank you so much, Coach Marley. Guys, we learn it game after game. He's a tough critic of his team for sure, expecting perfection. We'll see what the rest of the game has for the Lopes in style. I can't talk right now, guys. I'm choked up over what Dan Marley had to say. Help me, go.
No, tryptophan. 15-1, the Lopes have outscored the Eagles points off of turnover. They've owned it here in the first half. They lead at 29-14. Kate will be back with more of our halftime festivities from GCU Arena in Phoenix, Arizona after this timeout.
Our company's Comfortpedic Inc. We're a local mattress company here. It's a small family business that my dad started. Now we are providing the dorm mattresses to the most recent dorms here at GCU. One of my professors, he was a professor for my junior year, Paul Waterman, he was the one that started everything. Without him, this wouldn't have been possible. I came up with a short presentation, a very quick business pitch. I presented Dr. Gibb with my company history, and he loved it. So first we started with the hotel mattresses. Brett Courtwhite was very helpful, and everything ran smoothly. From there, we began with the dorm mattresses. We asked them what exactly they were looking for in a dorm mattress, and that's when we started to come up with a prototype. We brought in one of the mattresses that GCU currently has. We opened it up. We saw where they needed improvement and what we could do best to maximize a better prototype. And we came up with the mattresses that we have now, and after that everything ran pretty smoothly, thankfully. You can see the community thriving along with GCU, and just the fact that GCU was willing to buy locally from a company that's only 10 minutes away, you can tell that they really want the community to grow with them. I'm very proud to say I'm a Lope, and I tell it to everyone, go to GCU, Lopes up. I'm very, very proud.
Welcome back. A live look in here at GCU Arena. You're watching Lopes basketball here on your CW6. It's the Flag Man Entertainment here at halftime as the Lopes take the 29-14 lead over Coppin State into the locker room here at the half. Dan Marley expecting big and better things from his team in the second half. Meanwhile, we've got a big halftime show coming your way. I'm Kate Longworth. Thank you so much for joining us here. And I am with Brian Still, Executive Director of the Dream Center. Now, we know what this place is all about. Some impressive numbers, some amazing stories. But take folks at home through what the Dream Center is all about.
Yeah, sure. So essentially, we are a place where people who have broken lives go when they're ready to put the pieces back together. So we provide housing and resource and programming for young women coming out of human trafficking, a terrible thing in our city, but fortunately we're there to help those young women. We also have homes for foster care youth who age out of the system and need that help just rebuilding a life when they turn 18 years old and have to leave the group home. We also house nearly 450 people every night who in some way or another are recovering from addiction, from homelessness, or just a really tough time in life. We're very blessed to be able to serve all those people.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible just listening to some of the things and the stories and the lives you have changed. And you have a great partnership here with GCU. This is the fourth year you've partnered up at a basketball game. What's it mean to have this partnership with the university?
The partnership with GCU is amazing. I mean, I don't know of any other college that partners at this level with a nonprofit like this. So beyond the finances and everything that they pour into our community, which the Dream Center is a part of, they've sent nearly 7,800 hours worth of professional volunteerism over the last 4 years. That's master's level students, engineering students, nursing students, all of whom going from this campus down to the Dream Center campus, using what they're learning and their expertise to help other people. It truly is amazing what this college is doing. It's really amazing.
And tonight you will be presented with a check for $25,000. Obviously a figure like that, in anyone's mind, it means big things. But for you guys specifically, where would that money go?
Oh my gosh. we're a nonprofit. We don't have people sitting around writing $1 million checks to us. This check goes a long way at the Dream Center. We are heavily volunteer supported, so most of our finances go direct into program services, direct into housing services for people. So we're able to stretch it a long way, but thank goodness there's a lot to stretch. It's a huge check tonight. We're excited about it. We are.
And a lot of people in the house tonight to celebrate over 2,000 members of the Dream Center here tonight. What's it mean for them to be out here enjoying this basketball game and really enjoying this partnership with GCU?
Yeah, it's really hard to describe the life of someone who's coming through recovery or coming out of a really traumatic and terrible situation, but that moment when they can start to reintegrate back into normal things, and this is a little bit abnormal. I mean, this is a huge game and the house is full tonight, but like the moment they can start to do that, they're taking a very important step back into our community, and boy, to be a part of helping the school tonight and fill the house, and the energy is amazing in here. We're having a good time. We really are.
Well, on this holiday weekend, a lot to be thankful for, and we thank you for all your service at Dream Center and all you're doing.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. And folks at home, we thank you for tuning into your CW6 right here for Lopes basketball. We have plenty more coming your way. Dan Marley's Lopes on top, 29-14 over Coppin State. Plenty more action, plus stats and highlights and more with Barry and Scott right after this.
GCU is the university that never sleeps, moving at the speed of light. And now GCU is leading in the area of computer science and IT. With over 200 university degree programs across 9 colleges, on campus and online, join the most inventive concept in education today. Fast track options available with courses in cybersecurity, cloud computing, and systems architecture. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/IT. At GCU, earning your degree online doesn't have to be without the college experience. To find your purpose, it takes support from those around you. GCU's leadership offers over 3 decades of experience in delivering real-world degree programs online. GCU's online class size averages less than 17 students with full-time faculty and student advisors. Find your purpose online at Grand Canyon University. Call us today at 855-428-7692.
Finding the right college isn't always simple. The choices I make today affect where I'll be tomorrow. That's why I chose Grand Canyon University. Here I'm working toward a greater purpose and a place that feels like home. With scholarships to help me earn my degree, I can graduate in less than 4 years. By attending GCU, Arizona's premier private Christian university, I know I'm not just making the right choice, I'm making the smart choice.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
Back live at GCU Arena, where the Lopes lead it 29-14 over the Eagles from Coppin State University. Barry Butel alongside Scott Williams. So glad you could tune in to GCU basketball this evening, as the Lopes definitely from start to finish have led in this game.
Yeah, they did a great job defensively getting this thing started, and I like the pressure they really put on this Coppin State basketball team. It wasn't just making steals and creating turnovers, it was challenging shots. I have never seen a team get off to such a slow start from the field, and credit a lot of that to GCU's pressure defense.
Let's take a look at our halftime highlights, brought to you by Hyundai. ShopByHyundai.com today. Martin with the steal, and Russell coming up and lays it over to Oscar Freire.
Yeah, I like this one right there because we talked about doing it with the defense, and Freire was 2 of 16 coming into the game. Got the party started with the 3 straight there, and then Martin gets his hand on the basketball. Russell just goes coast to coast. He puts that one in there. He had a fantastic job in that first half. He led all scorers with 9 points, and then we got Oscar Freire hitting the offensive glass, doing a good job getting that foot back. There was 8 offensive rebounds for the Lopes. Like to see a couple more there, but I love this one here. The skip pass by my favorite Martin finds John Braun over there, who's doing a great job, shooting close to 50% from behind the arc. He shoots and knocks it down for 3, and then Martin says, I give, and I shall also receive. He gets that steal and goes down, lays that one. I like Kerwin Smith. This is what I like. This is the maturity there. Fights through that double team, takes his time. Nice drop step and lays that one over the top. Not a lot to talk about for this Coppin State team, but Brownlee, after they were started so slow from the field there, just 1 of 16, he knocked that 3-point ball down, and then Davenport, he had 2 points in the first half, taking it hard to the hole. Then Brownlee, he led all of the Coppin State scorers with 6 points. He's able to get another one from distance to drop.
Take a look at our opening half stats. Field goal percentage, 40.7 for GCU, 15.4 for Coppin State. Free throws, both teams need to improve. Rebounding, the edge to the Lopes. And those points off of turnovers, 15-1. The Lopes started on a 15-2 run. Points in the paint, they owned it as well. The Bigs, 14-4. The Bigs, well, Darian Clark, Keontae Vernon, again getting into some early foul trouble. An opportunity here in a game that the Lopes have owned here from the opening tip for Kerwin Smith, perhaps?
Yeah, Kerwin Smith get an opportunity to get some valuable minutes here in this first half, and with his frame and his size, he's added 15 pounds of muscle. Take his time underneath, really do some damage. I like the way GCU also took care of the basketball first with just 7 turnovers in that first half.
All right, Kate will be back with our leading scorers for tonight's game as we continue from GCU Arena. The Lopes are in charge, 29-14.
At GCU, earning your degree online doesn't have to be without the college experience. To find your purpose, it takes support from those around you. GCU's leadership offers over 3 decades of experience in delivering real-world degree programs online. GCU's online class size averages less than 17 students with full-time faculty. Find your purpose online at Grand Canyon University. Call us today at 855-428-7692.
There's a surge of excitement at GCU as the Lopes gear up for greatness. We do not accept defeat. We will not disappoint. We will not quit. We are the intensity brewing in the heart of Phoenix. We are the Lopes rising. Come watch us defend our house against Louisville, San Diego State, and rival New Mexico State. Catch all the family-friendly entertainment. Games will sell out. Get your basketball season tickets today at lopestickets.com.
I am Laura Lozoya, and I am majoring in biology with an emphasis in pre-med at Grand Canyon University. The dorm life at GCU definitely helped me build relationships, and I've made great friends on this campus. The quality education here is great. You're testing your limits, but you're going beyond them. It all comes together. The sciences, the ethics, and just everything. It's a beautiful thing.
Grand Canyon University, the quality of a private Christian education, the affordability of a state university. Visit gcu.edu.
Welcome back. It's college basketball on the CW6. The Lopes with the lead at the break, 29-14 over Coppin State. GCU started the game with a 15-2 run, and they kept it going with Dwayne Russell leading the way, Zero the hero with 9 points. Meanwhile, Braun, the mayor, has 7 points, and Oscar with 5. On the Eagles side, Brownlee, 6 points with 3 other guys with 2. What does the second half have in store? We've got it all for you right after this. Stay with us. Lopes basketball continuing on the CW6. We'll be right back with second half action.
Hey Phoenix, it's Thunder Dan Marley, head coach at Grand Canyon University. Coming to GCU was a great move for me. Join Antelope Nation by enrolling as an evening student at our beautiful campus in the heart of Phoenix. Earn your bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree to take your career to the next level. Engage with industry expert instructors in small classroom settings where you can get the support you need to excel. Scholarships available. See you on campus. Go Lopes.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/evening. Grand Canyon University's newly remodeled golf course is thriving in the heart of Phoenix, featuring over 7,200 yards of expansive tees and tree-lined fairways, signature par 3s, greenside bunkers, premium greens, and a brand new clubhouse and restaurant. Experience a University Championship golf course this summer with great rates as low as $15 available now. Book your tee times at gcugolf.com.
Second half action about to begin here at GCU Arena. Lopes up by 15. Barry Butel, Scott Williams, Kate Longworth from GCU Arena. The home regular season opener. See President Brian Mueller.
Yeah, I got a chance to see him and his wife beforehand. Was a happy Thanksgiving weekend. He's excited about this crowd tonight. No Havocs tonight, but boy, they're still making a ruckus in here with close to what looks like almost close to capacity.
GCU starters outscoring Coppin State starters 26-5 in the opening half. Now to remain on his feet until Lopes hit that first bucket. Treadwell, he looks for three. Short. Rebound pulled down by Dwayne Russell.
A number of these Coppin State shots have been short tonight, front rimming. You wonder after our 7-game, what this has been their 7th game road trip, if they're just not a tired basketball team tonight. And obviously shooting
a long way to go.
Yeah, shooting 4-26 from the field would lead you to believe that.
Trey Thomas.
Yeah, a couple of these guys won't. The AD better go in hiding for the next couple of days back in Delaware.
Do you think Michael Grant, the head coach, has apologized to his team like Tom Izzo at Michigan State?
Yeah, I heard about Coach Izzo. I love Coach Izzo for his honesty. You know he won't be doing that again. That AD's taking notes not to make sure he schedules such strong opponents to open the season ever again.
Turn around, is he going to drop? It does for Keith Shivers.
Yeah, there's a soft touch for some tired legs that time for Shivers. Getting himself going here and start the second half.
First bucket for Shivers. Russell pulls back. Smooth.
He's just silky smooth at taking his time, probing the defense. Loves taking the ball from the left side of the floor to the right side.
Allowed the fans to take a seat here at GCU Arena. Clayton back out front. Ooh, off the mark for Thomas. Russell looking for Freyer. Oscar Freyer.
Thomas created a sin there. He tried to throw the ball back to his court there. He had two GCU. All he had to do was pick that basketball up, make GCU take it side out of bounds. Don't give him an easy two.
Oh, Russell got a hand on that. Oh, back and forth it goes. Now to Russell all by himself.
I thought Russell might try to go in and smash that. I've been seeing him working on his dunk, and I'm trying to tell you, this guy can rise up.
Rise up. I wouldn't be surprised in the least. He has come out of the gates flying, and this is third game on the hardwood for the Lopes. We want to remind all of the viewers to tune into primetime programming tomorrow from 7 to 9 on CW6. There's a steal.
Yeah, you just can't do that. You can't. You have to make sure you can throw that ball high up in the air, over the top of the defense. But you can't give him an easy two. And then this was a nice job here by Martin. He's always got his head up when he's got the basketball. Finds a streaky Russell for an easy lay. And Russell, a couple easy buckets.
Black Player of the Week, Dwayne Russell. First ever. That's a shocker.
It is a little shocking. Guy who led the league in assists and always does so much for Coach Marley in this Lopes team. With the fantastic record they had last year, but Josh Braun, I tell you, people like people to score that basketball. No one did it better last year than Josh Braun for this Lopes team, and he won several WAC Players of the Week last year.
Yeah, Siakam's out in the NBA now for New Mexico State, and another guy that picked it up. Got the start for the Raptors the other night, thanks to Rich Reed, our producer.
I had a man crush on Siakam last year, as you know, and I have not been following him in the NBA this year. I really watched a lot of NBA basketball. I've been off and running with the college kids this year, and I was actually a little surprised to learn that he got that start, but coming so quickly, not even 15 games into the NBA season, but I know he's a player, and he's going to make his mark in this league for sure. How about Dallas? It's 2-12 for Dallas. Mavericks really struggling out of the gates.
Lakers playing well.
12.
Yeah, Lakers playing good. Knicks are 500.
Russell called for the
It's
foul.
kind of a weird word for sports. Dallas is the Cowboys are leading their division, won 10 straight games. My Packers are terrible this year, and Detroit's winning the division. So topsy-turvy in the NFL and even NBA.
Kate mentioned that Coach Marley was bumped up. His Lions are in first place, 7-4, aren't they?
That's shocking. NFC North this year.
All without Kelvin.
I didn't know Adrian Peterson, and they lose their quarterback, and Minnesota gets off the 5-0 start. Now Detroit's come storming back to take control of the division. My Packers and the Bears are at the bottom.
Bounce pass, Braun looking for three. Ooh, it rings out. Rebound for the Eagles. Back up, Thomas. Shivers, drives, right-handed in.
Oh, I thought Shivers got away with a walk, but I tell you, strong right-handed player, you got to take that away. You got to make him go to his weak side.
Josh Treadwell called for the foul on Jared Martin.
How fast the ball, even after a made basket, gets to the end. Yeah, this one here by Shivers, their number 22. Remember, this guy can put that thing in the hole at 26 points against Ball State. Already a couple early ones here in this second half. He can go for, 15, 18 points if you're not paying attention to him very quickly.
Jared just hasn't found his groove at the line early on. Hits the back end. Just as frustrated as anybody. Thomas. Treadwell. Short. Clark.
Nice job by Clark, securing that weak side board. Comes down, sets a beautiful drag screen.
Ah, 0 to hero.
Yeah, that's just too easy right there. That was a little two-man basketball. Clark just come down and just wiped out Russell's guy.
Thomas just inside the arc, off the mark. Russell, in front of the GCU bench, pulls back out in front. Away from the ball.
I think they got Russell. Clayton just trying to get in there with a little forearm there. Just trying to slow down Russell. He's been off to a hot start here in the second half. You can see he just gets that's that big pick that time by Clark. That was the play before. He moves to the left to the right, pull up jump shot, knocks it down.
Every GCU starter has at least 4 rebounds. Off of Frayer. Everybody contributing. For the Lopes. Shaq Carr in for Frayer.
Yeah, it's nothing that Frayer did wrong. That's because he lost that ball out. I think Coach Marley just wants to keep everybody fresh. In fact, he's going to get Keontae Vernon up as well to check back in next did ball. Lopes up 20. Can they push it even further?
Shivers. Shaq Carr guarding him. Martin reached in, didn't get enough. Rebound though. Pulled down by Josh Braun. No look pass. Russell. Darian Clark turnaround and in.
Oh, Darian Clark's got some wheels. Got out there, got behind the defense. And Russell just laid it right up over the top. And I love the way Clark didn't try to do too much initially with that ball. Come down, secure it, then just go to your left shoulder turn.
Oh, you gotta appreciate the skills. Dwayne Russell, no look. Beautiful. Pass. Bounce pass, a little low. Scott Williams doesn't like him down there by the shoe tops. Clayton looking for some room. Russell got a hand on it. Clayton pulled it back off of the mark. Martin punched it out. Oh, that was a foul called. Shaq Carr.
Yeah, only time the Lopes have gotten themselves in some foul trouble is when they've given Coppin State a second opportunity on the offensive end.
Oh, he took a few steps there, too. Let's send it over to Kate Longworth.
Well, after 12 days on the road, the Lopes returned to the Valley for a long day of practice on Wednesday. They were out on the practice court from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. and a lot of running was being had. But yesterday was a day off to enjoy the holiday. The players very thankful for that time and for the food.
Macaroni and cheese, no question. No question.
Thanksgiving, I like when my mom hooks up some greens, macaroni, stuffing, of course turkey, My family, I don't know about any other family, but my family cooks ham also on Thanksgiving, so that's part of my favorite dish right there.
I can't, that's not really, in my household, it's not one good thing. My grandma used to tear the kitchen up, so there was no, oh, I like the mashed potatoes, oh, I like the macaroni and cheese. It was the whole feast. It was unbelievable.
Oh gosh, my favorite thing is gotta be, you know, one of those Thanksgiving rolls, put some turkey in it, make a sandwich with a little bit of the cranberry sauce. That's the go-to for me. So I love that. You know, gotta eat a little light this Thanksgiving. We got a game the next day, but that's definitely one of my favorites.
Usually I like a little bit of sweet potato, turkey, some dressing. But last couple of years I don't eat as heavy because, you know, during the season I've been more conscious of what I eat on Thanksgiving because it could affect me in the next practice or game. So I try to keep it to one plate and just kind of snack throughout the day.
I love my grandmother's macaroni and cheese, yams. I also love her stuffing and the turkey. That's one of my favorite parts too.
So basically everything.
Everything, really. Everything. I go ham on Thanksgiving.
It's official. My mouth is watering. Just remembering all the greatness. It was only a day ago, but I can't wait to get home for more leftovers. Josh Braun said he had to go easy because yesterday, you know, leading up to today's game, I'm guessing you guys didn't go easy, and I want to know your favorite foods. But Scott, I may be stealing yours. I'm kind of like you said earlier. I'm not a turkey person, but the sides, I can't get enough.
Yeah, I think I forgot one when we were speaking earlier with the mac and cheese.
Oh, yeah.
How could give me a good mac and cheese, and you're my favorite person in the entire world.
I love Keontae talking about his late grandmother tearing up the kitchen. I think everybody's grandma used to tear up the kitchen.
Yeah, the greens. One of the players mentioned some greens. I love good collard greens. Those are great. You put a little ham or some pork or something and mix it with the greens there to give it that flavor.
It's like welcome to the Food Network.
Good eating, that's for sure. I'm not a cranberry guy though.
No, I'm not a
Josh
cranberry
Braun,
guy.
he had me going there.
Yeah,
We talked about this.
I thought it was gravy. I thought
a little turkey sandwich there.
Cranberry.
He threw cranberry. That was it. I'm done. That and I don't want Jello anywhere near the table either. Those Jello molds and all this stuff with the fruit in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
they like that in Minnesota where I grew up. You know,
not like that at all.
Call that a salad, I think. The Jello.
You have to go eat in the other room if you bring that to our house.
Hot dishes and casseroles. Oh, there's a game. Up by 20 to Lopes. Hinson hit a bucket. They're off to a 11-6 start here in the second half. They began the first half 15-2 to the Lopes. Shivers working on Fifi Adu. Short, good work by Fifi. He picks it up off of the tip from Russell. Fifi to Dwayne. Fifi with the rebound off the miss. Good D by the Eagles.
Nice pass by Fifi Adu. That's one Russell normally finishes. I'm surprised he didn't use his left hand, but had a little bit better angle off the glass to try to lay that ball in.
Braun. Looking for some help. Right hand. Oh,
He's so crafty. He called big
his way.
Keontae Vernon out to center screen, but he saw the defender hedging that way. He went away from the screen.
Vernon got a little bit of that.
He sure did. Swap patrol underneath.
Far. By Davenport. Sweet crossover to his left. Comes back out. Now to Braun. Under 14 to go. Braun leads for Russell. Left side. Baseline three. Short. Rebound to Shiver. Far side. Clayton bounce pass in. Tried to leave it. A lot of traffic. Loose ball picked up by Davenport. Over to Hicks. He hits it.
You bank that?
Yes.
I never seen my bank from the baseline like that. That's a high degree of difficulty
that
there.
Is. Russell pushes off Hinson. Barr drives, baseline. Oh my! That was pretty.
That was pretty. Wiggle from one side of the basket all the way to the other, away from the defense where they couldn't block his shot. They put a little English on it. spun it in off the glass.
Tough. Vernon, his third.
One more time here. There's a nice little foot fake there like he was going middle, then went baseline on it. I didn't think he was that fast, but he's super fast. He went underneath that basket. Look at he split and got the lay-in on the other side. Showing it all off tonight.
Smith comes out. Carr comes out. Going big, Kerwin Smith, Darian Clark. Dante with 3 personal fouls. Sewell Hinson hits the back end. Under 13 to go.
Full court press here. See if you can handle it.
Tried it in the opening half. Lopes successful again. Russell.
After the made buckets, that like the high pressure. Almost looks like it's a 1-3-1 zone that they then turn into a man-to-man.
Oh, look at him weaved out low to Darian Clark.
Nice job that time. I thought Darian Clark was trying to take the rim home with him tonight. Slammed that one so hard.
Oh, like a knife through butter with Dwayne Russell. Davenport with the bucket.
They're making a lane violation on Clark underneath, but look at this one again here. DC gets that one from Shaq Carr, and no souvenirs, Clark. You can't take it home with you. Tries to break it off.
That would be a long and lengthy delay. Hinson. Shivers. Gripper. Shivers. Fifiadu with the foul. Taking it into the paint a little bit more active aren't the Eagles.
Yeah, energy level much higher here in the second half. I think sometimes you just got to get that lactic acid out of your legs there. And that first half, they're showing a lot more activity, driving that ball to the basket. Not good outside shooters. And if they're not going to drive those lanes, they'll have no opportunities. They see that their bread and butter is taking that ball with their athleticism to the basket. Now GCU's got to do a good job like they did in the first half, cutting down those driving lanes.
Yeah, that's what kind of slows me down, the lactic acid that builds up. Yeah, I got to work that on.
It'd take me a month to build lactic acid. I don't know what my lactic acid is.
Sounds like a great excuse.
Definitely need to hit the gym after this weekend. Well, I think I said that last weekend and the weekend before.
One of these days, Fifi just hits the 3 right at the line off the wing.
Great ball movement. Anytime swinging that ball move to defense, that second and third pass is when you catch the defense a step or step and a half late in rotation, and you get a clean look at a basket and knows what to do with it.
Freyer picks up the second personal foul, and the Lopes in control. 49-26 in their regular season home opener against the Eagles from Coppin State University.
Founded on the belief that the entrepreneurial dream is an engine that drives innovation forward in a global marketplace, the Colangelo College of Business educates and develops values-driven business leaders. Our graduates exemplify the principles of servant leadership and entrepreneurship. GCU's strong Christian identity informs the education you receive, integrating our Christian values with the business curriculum. The college features more than 25 programs from the bachelor through the master's level, catering to traditional, evening, and online students. These programs serve a diverse set of aspiring business professionals who not only learn in the classroom, but gain real-world experience operating actual businesses. Our students also receive unique access to Jerry Colangelo's legendary experience, leadership, and connections throughout the business world. Find out more at gcu.edu/business.
Welcome back to GCU Arena, where the Lopes have the 49-26 lead over Coppin State with just under 12 minutes to go in the second half. Well, let's take a look at NCAA rankings around the country. The Wildcats looking good from Kentucky at number 1 to Villanova at number 2 and Arizona at number 8. Then you've got UNC. That'll get Scott Williams happy. They've started the season 7-0. Indiana at the top, but they lost last night to Indiana Fort Wayne. So we'll see where they drop in the rankings. And rounding out the top 20, you see Baylor. And West Virginia was in there at 19 rather, and Michigan just breaking in the top 25. Guys?
Did she say something about North Carolina?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, 7-0, we're off to a good
they're
start.
playing pretty well.
That's that no hangover from the championship game against Villanova a year ago.
Where did you go to school?
UNC, baby. We had a tough one against NC State today. NC State, rivalry game in football. Yeah. Came into Chapel Hill. We took it on the chin, 28-21. Had a chance to possibly play for in the championship game, and they blew it.
Simpson, his shot off the mark.
You know what they say about UNC football? It's just a warm-up to get the cheers right for the basketball season.
That's nice. That might be the only school in the nation like that. Well, Duke, maybe.
Yeah, their football team's no good, though. They did beat Carolina this year. We lost 2 of our last 3 games. My goodness.
Davenport. Oh. Ooh, got called for the foul.
Coppin State showed a lot more activity. The first half, 4-26 from the field. This half already 5 of 12. Oh, it's getting Chippy underneath.
Whoa. Clark needs to step back. So does Shivers.
I try to dive in there and then go for the hard block. I don't think there's anything wrong with that play right there, but took a section to the little extra physicality of the play down there. That's just good, strong basketball. You're not going to give someone an opportunity to lay the ball in the hole. Good play by Clark. We need a couple of sandpaper guys on the team.
Officials are now meeting.
Really?
And they'll probably take a look at the monitor for a flagrant foul.
Yeah, you know, this is the thing about the college game that has got to. I understand that you don't want someone getting cheap shotted out there, but that's just a good hard play at the ball. And he got a little collateral damage as he went for the basketball. Didn't try to go at the guy's head. There's an official right there looking at him play at the ball, calls the foul. Let's play basketball. There's no need to slow it down and review this play. It's just nothing but basketball is a game that's supposed to be played up and down. It's not football where you take 30 seconds off between plays. This is unnecessary, in my opinion.
Well, you jinxed it when you talked about Clark hanging on the rim and we don't need a broken rim. Now that we have this going.
I've said my piece about it last year. I don't want to go into it anymore. I like this officiating crew, and it's really not the officiating crew. It is a rule by the NCAA that they must look at this. So I'm not trying to blame the 3 men on the floor tonight.
Perhaps they're looking at some physicality.
Well, you know, maybe they could be looking at maybe not just the play, but as the scrum occurred underneath, whether or not there was a shot, someone threw a punch or something, and that's what they're looking at to see if there should be a possible ejection because of a punch was thrown after the play.
Hey, fans, check us out on social media. Send us your tweets on Twitter and Instagram by using the hashtag Lopes Rising. We'll have them on all night during the broadcast. You'll see it right near the bottom of your screen. That's hashtag Lopes Rising. Check out the tweets at the bottom of the screen. We've seen Kate's, we've seen mine, we've seen yours.
Yeah.
Very active on Twitter.
I like Twitter.
Dan Marley's on Twitter.
I follow Coach Marley.
Yep.
Follow Lopes.
He was missing his dogs apparently on the 11-day road trip. Didn't say anything about children and
his significant other.
Yeah.
Just my dog.
Probably not a good call by Coach.
Yeah, I'm sure he did some backpedaling on that one real quick.
A little moonwalk. Oh, the officials are now coming over to our table.
We're not showing you anything.
Do we have anything on the play, gentlemen? The officials are asking after the play. We will have. I got one angle over there, and all I got is a bunch of guys on the fly. Okay. The officials are looking for anything that we have. Here we go. Here we go. There we go.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, can you stop?
Stop. Right here.
Right now.
Stop it now, please. Please stop.
Okay, just let it run.
Okay, let it run now. Let it run. I'm sorry.
Run it in slow-mo.
Let it run it in slow-mo now.
Not backwards, run it
No,
forward.
not backwards. No. Okay, they're going.
I like that we're part of this process.
No, this is really great. Okay. Kerwin Smith. He steps over the player. And the player looked up, might have said something to Kerwin. Okay, that's good. You guys getting some kudos from the officials. Can you? No, this is the one shot. You can't zoom out. I think that's the only shot we have. Oh, one more shot. We'll have one more shot. Little back. Just let it run, guys. Let it run. They're looking for us. And again, you see Kerwin. This is just captivating, isn't it, folks? I don't think who was it? One of the players didn't care for it. And then Darian came in. They were just a little pushing, little John back and forth. Yep.
All right, I think they got what they needed there to make their
so.
decision.
Good thing we have a. Oh, no, we got to show one more. Guys, this is great. Our ratings are out of they went off the roof.
I love that we're part of the process right here. Great job by our crew in the truck.
I like that last shot. Just play it, just like you did. It's pretty clear. Pretty clear. They didn't.
And sports love you.
Okay. We'd like to see the other angle that we showed that the other two officials liked.
They're obviously the foul was not what they're worried about. I think what they're concerned about is what happened after the foul, whether or not there was whether it was a punch or something, an elbow
you can
thrown.
run after.
Well, there was a little slight elbow there in the back, and then.
And it was clear the player didn't like Kerwin apparently stepping over. I don't know if that was Gripper or
22. It looks like Shivers.
Shiver and Gripper.
Clark just a little bit there with a couple elbows at each other, but that's about all.
This is great.
This performance quarter zip is 25% off.
This is good stuff.
Coach Marley's trying to figure out. He's over there pacing on the sideline, trying to figure out what's going on, and now they're going to call both the coaches to center court and try to figure out what's happening.
This is good. Good TV.
GCU would like to recognize all of our alumni here tonight.
Well, we appreciate it if you stuck around with us. We want to remind you that CW primetime programming originally scheduled to air tonight will be shown tomorrow night from 7 to 9 p.m. leading up to the Dan Marley show at 9 p.m.
Coach Marley doesn't look happy after that talk with the officials there. He's kind of stormed down the halfway down the end of his bench there.
I mean, was there anything really flagrant?
I didn't see anything that either one of those two players should be tossed for the game for, maybe warned or technical fouls at the most. So let's just get the guys on the floor and play some more basketball.
Well, Clark's going back on the court.
Clark's on the floor.
Should have put a timer on the screen.
Yeah, looks like Shivers is back there on the floor, so.
Hopefully you grab your
snacks. There we go, double tack, let's play ball.
Cold drink. They should just come and ask us. We'll say nothing happened. We're good. We'll give them the thumbs up. You know what I mean?
I said,
we can continue.
I'd rather just see them both get thrown out immediately so we can just keep playing basketball or nothing happen.
But be decisive, right?
But yeah, 5 minutes of my life, I can't ever get back right there.
And then, so double technical, Clark and Shivers. Could have given that out half hour ago.
And like I said earlier, I don't blame the officials because that is what they are mandated to do.
front of us. Davenport called for the foul on Russell.
Yeah, Coppin State down 22 in this basketball game, yet continuing to play hard for a team that's 0-6, facing their 7th road game. That's impressive that coach has really motivated his guys coming out of that locker room to keep battling to the final horn.
Vernon leaves it for Russell. By Gripper, moves over. Fifi bounce pass, a little too low. Clark, active Fifi, pushes it back out. 10 on the shot clock. Russell. Gripper, 5. Oh, Gripper knocks the ball off.
I think I got Gripper with a foul. Too strong a grip that time on Dwayne Russell. Ball got poked away, but then he grabbed Russell, so Russell couldn't get the ball back. And he's going to go to the side out of bounds as that being their 6th foul. The next foul will send GCU to the line.
Russell, bounce pass, Vernon, too heavy, put back, Darian Clark.
Oh, nice job that time getting on that glass. Clark, he seems to have kept his wits about him even after that little scrum, still playing hard. He gets a steal.
Oh. Left hand picked off by Clark. Russell moves to the right, back out front. Vernon leaves for Frayer. Frayer stops just inside the arc, short off the mark to the left. Rebound underneath. A foul called. Active was Darian Clark.
Clark's done a good job now. Back-to-back trips down the floor. He's been able to get his mitts on that ball as it's come off the rim. But how about that shot by Frayer? Showing a lot of confidence coming off, pulling up from that free throw line. As the season progresses and we get into WAC play, we'll see that shot drop more times than not.
Soft on the free throw is Clark. Bounce pass. Hinson. Pass attempt off the mark. Frayer leaves it over for Shaq Carr. Martin and Josh Braun waiting their turn at the scorer's table. Under 9.5 to go. Carr pushes back out. Fifi with a big leap for 3. Picks up the rebound and puts it back.
You know, Fifi had horrible balance on that first outside attempt. But he doesn't stop playing.
Right.
I try to tell my young son, and for all you young players out there, don't stop playing if you miss a shot. Follow up your shot, go to the basketball. Ball finds energy, finds Fifi to do, and he's able to lay it back in. There it is again. I mean, look at that, just terrible balance on that shot. But you got Clark down there, kept that thing alive, and then Fifi was able to put it back in. So never stop playing when you're on the floor.
Fifi takes a seat. As mentioned, Braun and Martin back in the press for Coppin State. They haven't been able to prevent GCU from moving up the court, and this time no exception as well. Under 9 to go. Carr. Davenport looking in. Leaves for Vernon. He turns. Moves to his right. Simpson got a hand on it. On his arm.
Wonderful play by Keontae Vernon. He wouldn't have had the wits about him last year to take that ball from near the top of the key with one dribble down the right side of that lane, but really has added that aspect to his game along with a little 15-foot jumper. But look at one strong power dribble, and he's almost at the rim.
Saw that Shivers, player that was actually called for the foul. He will check out. In is Josh Treadwell. Treadwell came in leading the team with 12 points per game. Trey Thomas in for Davenport.
Yeah, Treadwell just 2 points tonight of 1 of 8 shooting. He's not been able to get off that launch pad. I think he's one of those players that has been suffered from this extended road trip. Just catching up with these Eagles players tonight.
Deontay able to have that free throw drop. Thomas off, kicked off by Frayer. Frayer held up a bit. Goes back in by Brownlee. Travel.
Thomas, if he would have swung that ball rather than tried the pump fake, I think Treadwell would have had an opportunity to shoot that one out of the corner, but just a little ball fake, slowed it down, allowed GCU rotation to catch up to Treadwell in the corner, force another pass, what leads to a turnover. That's just lack of practice time. Even on these road trips, get a little sloppy with some of your offensive execution. You don't have enough time to get to the gym and get in that lab and work on small little aspects of your game, and it catches up over time, and you can see it right now, facing a 30-point deficit.
Brown traveling to the line. Let's send it over to Kate Longworth.
Well, guys, as you know, the Lopes returning from that big 4-game road trip, that first game at Duke. The score, not what the team wanted. However, there were some bright spots for these players playing at Cameron Indoor. Quite the experience. And for Josh Braun, after the game, as the two teams were doing their handshakes, walking down the line, Coach K came specifically up to Josh Braun, touched him on the shoulder, and just really complimented his play. And I talked to Josh about it. He said it was kind of a blur because it happened so fast after the game. But he said it meant so much for him to get a compliment from someone like Coach K, who has such a strong program, and he was recognizing Josh's strong play out there. And Josh just said it was very memorable, an experience he won't forget. As you can imagine, Scott, I'm sure, when you would go up against certain teams, there was probably some people you idolized, and to get a compliment from someone like that, it means a lot. But of course, every day these guys are playing for the legendary Dan Marley, so maybe it's not that big of a deal, right?
That's right, Kate. Marley, a legend for sure, and Russell knocking that three down after some good ball movement. And Coach K playing in Coach K's court there, obviously a huge thrill for all these guys, something they'll never forget. I can remember my 4 trips over to Durham where we went 3 of 4 and knocked off the #1 team in the country my junior year, and Scotty Williams went for 20 and 11 in that one.
It's amazing. Like, you just met somebody here earlier tonight and you forgot their name, but 3 of 4 at Cameron Indoor, and what did you do? You did a double-double in the game, really?
Yeah, I forgot the guy who worked on my cabinets 12 years ago, but I can remember that. I can remember that game from 25 years ago.
I can't remember.
More than 25 now. He's pushing it on 30 years.
Oh, Thomas lays it in. Foul on the play. Braun called for the foul. Timeout on the floor. 63-29. The Lopes in control in this their regular season home opener at GCU Arena. Stick around here on your Phoenix CW6.
Hey Phoenix, it's Thunder Dan Marley, head coach at Grand Canyon University. Coming to GCU was a great move for me. Join Antelope Nation by enrolling as an evening student at our beautiful campus in the heart of Phoenix. Earn your bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree to take your career to the next level. Engage with industry expert instructors in small classroom settings where you can get the support you need to excel. Scholarships available. See you on campus. Go Lopes.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/evening. Grand Canyon University's newly remodeled golf course is thriving in the heart of Phoenix, featuring over 7,200 yards of expansive tees and tree-lined fairways, signature par 3s, greenside bunkers, premium greens, and a brand new clubhouse and restaurant. Experience a University Championship golf course this summer with great rates as low as $15 available now. Book your tee times at gcugolf.com.
(63-31). The Lopes on top of the Eagles. Barry Butel alongside Scott Williams and Kate Longworth here at GCU Arena. Oscar Freyer stepping in as a true freshman from Oakland, California. Has 25 minutes in the game. He's been averaging about that amount. He is definitely poised, and he looks solid.
Fearless, is what I call his freshman. My knees used to quake when I was a freshman in North Carolina. This kid's got no fear whatsoever. He just goes out there aggressive. Here's the first bucket of the game. 3-point shot, no problem. Knocks it down from outside of distance. I love this one here. Following to the basket, gets the easy putback. He's got 7 points. Got 4 assists. Been running the floor, active defensively with 2 steals in this game. He's got himself a big young player here.
Oscar Freyer, 3 of 8 shooting. Coming into the game, averaging 8.3 points per game, 3.8 rebounds. Lopes out-rebounding Coppin State, 39-29. Russell. Clayton back. Using his way up. To his right, Fifi Adu. Shakar up high! Keontae Vernon.
We've seen that one so many times to start basketball games and coming out of timeout. And Coach Marley, the master at dialing up the high handoff.
Treadwell. Right. Back left. Knocked him off the ball. His own teammate. He gathered it back in. He's going to try just inside the arc. Martin with the rebound.
Coppin State once was driving that ball to the basket. That time Treadwell just settled for a long three-point shot. Never probed the interior of that defense with dribble or pass.
Adu for three. Off the mark to the left. Treadwell back for Brownlee. Bounce pass, Simpson. Pushing his way in, Treadwell back out, now pushes in, slices into the paint. His shot off the mark. Rebound underneath though, he gathered it in and put it back. Josh Treadwell.
Stayed with it. What first shot was wild. It was one of those playground shots. You just throw it up off the rim so you can go get it after you've used up your dribble, and nobody put a body on the shooter and was able to get it back in the basket.
Vernon. Russell, quick one-look pass, almost picked off by Brownlee. Fifi has an open look. Clayton fouling Keontae Vernon.
Much better balance while I do that time on that three-point shot. Looked good the whole way. Might want to put a little bit more of a arc on it, but Keontae Vernon, you got guys like Vernon and Clark and Frere controlling that glass. Bet your bottom dollar they're going to either get a rebound or keep their hands on it to keep it alive against this smaller Coppin State team. See that hard work Vernon's been putting in from the free throw line all summer. Start to pay off.
Three of four. Rebound to Adu. Barr to his right. Back to Vernon. He leaves for Russell. Near side. Inside. Frere pulls back. Short.
They wanted to post Frere up, but I don't think Coach Marley wanted him shooting a dream shake that time from 19 feet on the baseline. Want to see him drive that ball to the basket.
The Lopes didn't pick that one off. Clayton. Treadwell's pocket is picked by Oscar Frere. The Slayer needs some help.
Goaltending that time, got to the bucket a little bit too quickly that time, but how about the defense by Frere? Picks the pocket of the guy he's guarding for his third steal and takes it down the other end. Unfortunately, just able to get that laying in. You can see the ball over that cylinder. Keontae Vernon couldn't wait any longer to get his hands on it.
Brownlee. Faro Marinda in the game now for Coppin State. Thomas swarmed by Smith and Fifi Adu. Timeout called by Michael Grant. 66-34, the Lopes in control from the start against Coppin State in this their regular season home opener. Keep it here.
There's a surge of excitement at GCU as the Lopes gear up for greatness. We do not accept defeat. We will not disappoint. We will not quit. We are the intensity brewing in the heart of Phoenix. We are the Lopes rising. Come watch us defend our house against Louisville, San Diego State, and rival New Mexico State. Catch all the family-friendly entertainment. Games will sell out. Get your basketball season tickets today at lopestickets.com.
I am Laura Lozoya, and I am majoring in biology with an emphasis in pre-med at Grand Canyon University. The dorm life at GCU definitely helped me build relationships, and I've made great friends on this campus. The quality education here is great. You're testing your limits, but you're going beyond them. It all comes together. The sciences, the ethics, and just everything. It's a beautiful thing.
Grand Canyon University, the quality of a private Christian education, the affordability of a state university. Visit gcu.edu.
Welcome back. We take a trip around the WAC now, and tonight UTRGV gets the win at home, 101-93, the final. Meanwhile, CSU Bakersfield falls to Wright State, 68-64. Davian Durham leading the way for Bakersfield with 28 points. UMKC also picks up the win. Meanwhile, on the women's side, Denver at GCU. We're going to talk about that. That was earlier today. But Western Michigan at UMKC. Western Michigan comes out on top, 66-54. New Mexico State took care of New Mexico Highlands, and UTRGV on the women's side picking up the W, 82-74 the final. But the game everyone was watching earlier today, the GCU women's. Check out the Lopes. Pushing this game into overtime. In overtime, they were down by as many as 8 points, but they came back, scoring the final 11 points of overtime. And there you have it, Scottsdale native Casey Rarick coming up with the big three in overtime. The Lopes get the win, 70-62. Congratulations to the ladies.
Big win. The GCU Thanksgiving tournament, 3 p.m. tip against the Vandals from Idaho. Right here at GCU Arena. Come on out. Adrian in the game.
Don't cost a thing, does it?
No.
Bring your family. You buy the popcorn?
Popcorn?
You gonna buy the popcorn? No.
My alligator arms. Adrian Carrion in the game.
Good opportunity for this young guy here. I know it's a 30-point disadvantage that you're coming to the game, but this is a valuable 3 minutes and 30 seconds for this young fella to kind of get his first taste of what it's like to be on the floor here this year for the Lopes.
Native of Spain.
That guy work hard in practice every day. Nice to see him rewarded with some actual game minutes.
Giovanna Stell was the guy that was enthusiastic and
so small out there. He's gonna have to use his quickness to his advantage.
Swatted away by Fifi Adu.
Fifi's got a extremely long wingspan for a guy his size, and boy, he used it to his advantage there.
Up high, skip Freya, the slam.
Shaq Carr's good at the high handoff, and Oscar Frere is good at finishing. Those two are going to be fun to watch.
Ooh, Frere with a hand in there, got a paw in, knocked it out.
In the ballgame for the Lopes, number 15, Chris Miller, 40.
Nehemiah Allen in the game, Chris Miller checking in too.
Gotta like that one right there. A little double pick there, confused the defense. Nobody knows how to rotate and help out, and Frere sneaking behind that last line of defense.
Bounce pass. In for Hicks. Back out Thomas, over to Clayton. Clayton eyed by Adrian Carrion. Back out, Clayton pulls back and hits it. 2.5 to go. This regular season home opener for the Lopes.
And that was my only problem with Coppin State tonight. And I know he's struggling tonight, but they didn't do enough to help one another. That's just they only have 3 assists on the game tonight. Now, you can't get a lot of assists when you've only made 13 field goals, but sometimes you got to move that ball a couple extra times, get 1 or 2 guys going, then everybody can get rolled.
Fifi fouled by Hicks. Very active. Are the Lopes underneath the glass tonight?
Yeah, they've had more energy throughout this basketball game, and I hate to keep selling out the AD, but when you start 7 straight games on the road, it's going to be tough to find energy in that last ball game. regardless if they've had a day or two off, it just wears on you, mentally and physically.
It's tough when some programs need to kind of generate some revenue, and we saw that with the SWAC teams, and MEAC's no different. Putting it back in, Nehemiah Allen in the game, as well as Chris Miller. Chris from Peoria, Arizona. Greenway High School. Also was at NAU, familiar with Dwayne Russell. Kerwin Smith.
That's a tough match right there. Kerwin Smith was not able to switch back to a taller player. He's going to have to realize that they're going to attack his feet and go out his body. Be in retreat motion, ready to play at the rim. Don't want to play out on the floor against those young fellas. Let them drive it on in there. You meet them up on the 10th floor and swat that thing away.
No, Dan Marley, his 4th season as head coach, going to be a perfect 4-0 in regular season home openers, as the Lopes have led start to finish. Adrian Carrion. Well, a little hesitation.
Yeah,
Travel.
I think he wanted to come off that screen and drop it back to Kerwin Smith rolling down the lane. But when you got short minutes, you should look to be a little bit more aggressive to going at that basket. I would have liked to see him come off and pop that outside jumper. He's got a good looking shot.
Thomas.
Michael Jordan missed 9,000 shots. Don't be afraid to shoot that thing.
He made a few too. Long three. Rebound pulled down Kerwin Smith. Under a minute to go. Adu in the paint. Miller short. Swatted away by Fifi. Man, he can climb the ladder.
I'll tell you what, for the guy that should be playing a point, he's out here with Kara. He's playing the 2. He's protecting that rim. Wow.
Nehemiah Allen from Lake Oswego, Oregon.
And Coach Marley tells him to hold it up, just dribble out the clock. And take this victory, pile it on with the others. 70-37 did a number of good things defensively. Offensively, they were good, not great. Coach Marley, I'm sure, will want them to improve a little bit on the offensive end, but defensively, they were fantastic.
Adrian hands it over to the official. Dan Marley shaking the hands as the rest of the team do after a 70-37 victory to improve to 3-2 on the season, with a matchup against Southern Illinois University Edwardsville Monday evening right here, 7 p.m. tip-off. Send it over momentarily to Kate Longworth, who will get some parting comments from head coach Dan Marley after this big victory. Kate?
All right, thank you so much. Well, congratulations, Coach. This is the official home opener for the season. What stands out to you in tonight's commanding victory?
Well, I thought defensively we were pretty good against a team that's pretty aggressive, driving the ball to the basket. We did a good job of that. Picked it up offensively in the second half, but everybody that got in there played well. We got a little bit better today and did what we had to do.
The players told me that being on the road, obviously not easy to start the season and some tough opponents, but they felt like they really were able to bond. Do you feel that chemistry showed up on the court tonight?
I was sick of them after 11. No. Yeah, we had a good time. 11 days is a long time to be with each other, and I think they learned a lot about each other. Got a lot of new guys, but it makes you appreciate home, that's for sure.
Lions victory yesterday and a Lopes victory today. Doesn't get any better, right?
Nothing better than that, I tell you that.
Thank you. Congratulations, Coach Marley and the Lopes, as they take the W in tonight's home opener. Guys?
Thank you, Kate. Dan has to be pleased after this decisive victory, 70-37. The game in which really Wow, they were active both on both ends of the court, underneath the offensive and defensive boards, and they did what they needed to do here after a little bit of a break and came up with a big victory in their home opener.
Yeah, they didn't let the holiday affect their energy. I thought they were fantastic defensively. A number of steals early in this basketball game, some deflections, got on the glass, got out in transition, used their wheels, and got off to a big advantage there, 20-5 to start this game.
Time now for our player of the game, Dwayne Russell.
Dwayne Russell, he was really aggressive. He got this thing started. He led all scorers with 9 points in the first half, but it was just his energy moving that basketball in transition. I love when he's able to get that drag screen and go from the left side of the floor to the right, popped a couple threes, threw some easy passes underneath to some guys, dribbled amongst the trees, 8 field goals out of 13 attempts, 5 boards to go along with 5 assists in just 31 minutes. I say just 31 minutes because he's been logging 38 minutes in the first 2 basketball games, so did a wonderful job.
Wow, points off of turnovers for the Lopes, 26-4. Boy, were they active. They were on the run here tonight in a decisive victory. Let's go back to your Honda 3 keys.
Well, it's good. You know, before that trip to Fed, we talked about the energy. They didn't let that bother them at all. Very active. We held Coppin State to under 20% shooting most of this basketball game, and gobble, boy, did they really feast on the glass, +9 on the glass. That could have even probably been a little bit better, but they let a couple slip away, and they didn't spill the gravy. They took care of that basketball tonight. Just 12 turnovers in this game. A couple of those came late after the party had already been decided and the lights were turned off.
Remember to go buy Hyundai.com for all of your Hyundai needs. As the 3 keys, no tryptophan hangover here this evening for the Lopes. Our next game, the Lopes are happy to be home after their grueling 4-game road trip. Counting tonight's game, GCU plays 5 straight, 9 of their next 10 at home. If you can't make it out for the game, be sure to watch and listen next Monday when the Lopes welcome SIU Edwardsville from the Ohio Valley Conference here to GCU Arena. Kate hosts the Lopes pregame show starting at 6:30, tip-off around 7. Tune into Cox 7 or online, gcu.tv for all the action. Or listen to Michael Potter and Tom Kuiper on the radio, KFYI 2. That is 12:30 a.m. Well, that'll do it from here at GCU Arena, where tonight the Lopes victorious over the Eagles from Coppin State, 70-37. For Kate Longworth, Scott Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Barry Butel. Please join us again Monday night. But until then, have a wonderful evening.